welcome back to Beyond Disability Texas. Yes, it has been a long time since we've put out a podcast. This is our first YouTube production for Beyond Disability Texas, and I'm glad to be back. Our first guests for our YouTube are women who are near and dear to our hearts. So let's get ready for some great information and potentially a few laughs as we discuss Fiesta Especial. Let's welcome Melanie Kaufman, Anna Wimberly, and Sandy Lee Wong. Let's start with each of you introducing yourselves and tell us your role in Fiesta Especial. Melanie?
So my name is Melanie Kaufman, and I'm the Executive Director for disABILITYsa, which is the organization that Fiesta Especial operates under. And I have been with Fiesta Especial since 2011, and am the person who brought in the Royal Court program and the 5K and parade celebration into the carnival experience that all mix up create Fiesta Special.
Okay, Miss Anna.
Hi, my name is Anna Wimberly. I'm Director of Operations at disABILITysa, and Fiesta Special is one of the programs that falls underneath my purview. And I've been with disABILITysa since 2020, I believe. And I am absolutely loving seeing the difference that these young men and women are making in our community.
Awesome. And finally, the lovely Miss Sandy.
Hi, my name is Sandy Lee Wong, and I am the Fiesta Commissioner for disABILITysa and the Fiesta Especial Royal Court. And I have been involved with the organization, I guess, probably, 5-6 years. And then a little off and on before that with a few special projects. I love the friends that we make along the way, and I love seeing that the court members grow. And so that's why I've been involved and why I love staying involved.
Awesome. Awesome. So who wants to take the question? What is Fiesta? Melanie? Sandy? Sandy will take it. Okay.
I love Fiesta. So Fiesta is made up of over 100 nonprofit organizations that each are raising money and having fundraisers for their special project. And there's everything from balls to runs to historical events and military. And it really is the spirit of San Antonio wrapped up in an 11-day event or multiple events. And so I got involved with it, I guess, 12, 14 years ago. And if you could imagine, I kind of like things over the top, and Fiesta allows me to do that and let people know that it's okay to come out and play.
And I'll just add in that Fiesta is our city's party with a purpose, but it's also our biggest celebration of the heritage, culture, and diversity of San Antonio.
Okay, now what is Fiesta Especial?
So I'll take that one, and I'm sure Miss Melanie will jump in as well. But Fiesta Special is a leadership and life skills development program that's for young men and women who are 10 years and older that have a disability, and it gives them the stage to create the visibility of the difference that they're making here in our community. And I'm with Miss Sandy. I love watching them grow, and their self-confidence just explode through our 9-month leadership and life skills development program.
And on top of that, Fiesta Special is a combination of 3 programs, one being our Royal Court, which is the Leadership and Life Skills Development Program. The second is our Inclusion 5K and Parade, and that has 9 adaptive divisions, and it is a model for how we can make things inclusive no matter how you move forward, and everybody wants to be competitive, but it's a celebration of, again, the diversity of San Antonio. And then we have our Celebration Day, which is a community-based instruction program that brings together about 2,300 special education students from across San Antonio and beyond, along with another 10 day habilitation programs for adults at the downtown carnival during Fiesta, and makes it an accessible fairly accessible experience for everyone. But Fiesta Especial as a whole is about making community celebrations inclusive of everyone.
Awesome. Now, when did Fiesta Especial start?
I'll take that one. It started in 2003 under River City Christian School. They are a school for children who have learning differences. And they noticed that during this big celebration that was supposed to include everybody in San Antonio, there wasn't a whole lot going on for children with disabilities. So they created a 2-day carnival right there on their campus off of Oblate in the center of San Antonio. And they are the ones that brought it to life. And in 2006, it became an official Fiesta experience.
So when did disABILITYsa get into the with Fiesta Especial?
Okay, so disABILITYsa was operating under an organization called Reaching Maximum Independence, Inc. And so in 2011, Reaching Maximum Independence partnered with River City Christian School to bring Fiesta Especial back to life because it had taken a hiatus in 2010. So it was at that point that we got involved. And then in 2012, we had our very first court and our first, we called it a promenade and parade at that point, which has now become the Inclusion 5K and Parade. And then in 2016, disABILITYsa incorporated and became an independent nonprofit organization. And at that point, Fiesta Especial moved under the organization and is where it is today.
Awesome. And Miss Sandy, where does your participation with Fiesta Especial, when did it start?
It started about 6 or 7 years ago. I started by making a cape just for our king and our queen, because so many of the Fiesta royals have regalia that they wear. And so I wanted a way to highlight Fiesta Especial and especially our king and queen for them to have this cape. So I just made that generic one for the king and queen. And that kind of got us really thinking. My daughter and I worked with another organization, and she had actually designed coronation gowns and trains for them for over 5 years. And so she's like, well, wouldn't it be fun to talk to Melanie and see what we could do for the court and get more involved with them? And so in, I guess, 2017, we switched over full time to working with disABILITYsa, and that was our first year, or 2018 was our first year with capes, or 17 or 18. And then, and we've started design. What we do is we talk to the court members, ask them what they like and what their experiences are and what they would like to see on their cape, what their favorite colors are or their favorite thing to do. And because we want this to be a talking point. So right. When these kids are out in the community and they go to an event, and so we had one young man who was way into superheroes. And so his was the Incredible Jacob, and so he has Incredible Hulk on his cape. And so, you go to one of these schools when we do school visits and you hold up the cape and it says, Jacob is really into superheroes. Who else is in superheroes?
Right.
And it's just another way to, yeah, exactly. Everyone's into superheroes. But it's a way to make that connection. And so, all of a sudden this kid that seems so different than me, maybe they're not, and it opens a conversation. And it honestly, I love the capes because of that. And initially the first year I made all of them and they were generic and they just had their title and their benefiting org. And then after that year, we started expanding that and really got into tell me what you like, tell me what you want to do. And now we work with the families and we have cape workshops, which is a great bonding experience with the court. We'll have them out at a location and bring as many people together as that can get there. And we all help each other and we train them on how to make the capes, not as much sewing as you would think. I just love it.
We all bond over E6000 glue.
We do. We bond over the E6000 high.
I know you said we'll tell the audience we had experience with this back in 2019. And this was a learning process for all three of us. And when they said we had to make our own capes, I looked at Kim like, I don't know how to sew. But
Don't need to know how to sew. You just got to know how to glue.
And
So-
bedazzle everything. The more rhinestones,
now I'm good at
the better.
bedazzling. I did that at night at home, but the sewing part had to take part in those workshops. And one of
Melissa-
Sandy's good friends we got close to, because she would help Emma with hers. And her theme that year was Pokemon. So we had her as a Pokemon trainer. She was a Pokemon trainer catching Pokemon.
Yeah.
Tori
And-
did a wonderful job designing her cape.
And Melissa, just like Sandy spoke about the capes and how they bring people together to find that common thread amongst people with differences, right? One of my favorite parts of getting to watch the court members as they go out in public spaces and represent the abilities and accomplishments and leadership skills of people with disabilities is what I have coined and termed the power of the crown. And it is this very unique opportunity where a person with a disability, typically when they walk in a room, people, if it's a visible disability, people see that disability. They don't know quite how to approach the person. They're a little nervous. They, may act a little bit hesitant or strange. But when our court members walk into a room with this crown on their head, it's like the disability disappears and people just clamor around them because they're royalty. And it gives our court members this unique sense of not being identified as their disability, but as the unique, wonderful being that they are. And I think that's probably my favorite part of that, creating visibility and creating connection with the community at large, that the Royal Court gives a platform for, right? And then, of course, like everybody else, my favorite part is getting to watch the growth and development and self-esteem building and confidence building that each court member experiences as they go through the program. But Sandy's mentioning of capes just made me think of that crown component, and it's a unique experience, I think.
And I think one of the things I love about the Fiesta Special Royal Court is every participant gets a crown, every participant gets a title, and every participant gets a sash. And so some courts are really large, and we have to dig really deep into the royal repertoire. But, it's like, one year we were, we had kings, queens, princesses, dukes, duchesses, counts, countesses,
Marquesses.
barons.
That was our year.
Go on and on. But the point is that, other than your king and queen and prince and princess, everybody, doesn't really know what the rankings are. And around the Fiesta world, Melanie's exactly right. When people walk into a room and they see our court and they see the crowns, it's like little magnets. All of a sudden everyone's like, oh, there's royalty here, and they want to meet the royals. And it's really amazing. Being an official Fiesta organization, we get invited to things that, because we have these royalties, that perhaps we wouldn't have gone to otherwise. And it's just another avenue to advocate for individuals who are a little different, do things a little different.
It's just a wonderful program.
I was going to add, along with the power of the crown comes the parade wave, because they all practice and then they all get the wave down. And so not only does the crown attract people, but then once the magnets and the everybody starts gathering, then the parade wave comes out, and they truly do show their royal side.
Can you guess how Emma learned her wave?
Elbow, wrist, touch the pearls, blow a kiss.
Yes, that and watching Disney princesses.
You know, or for Fiesta, it's elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, grab the skirt, show the shoes.
She did get asked that at the parade.
Yes, at the
yeah.
parades, you have to show your shoes. And so
Yes.
you might as well deck them out because,
You know, and I think this year we're going to have to make a more concerted effort to have the kids with decked out, blinged up shoes or light up shoes.
Well, Emma's got some fancy Kate Spade Kets she wore to prom later
There you
the
go.
year, so that's going to be under her dress for Fiesta
There you go.
Especial.
I
I'm
glued
waiting to
LED lights
bedazzle
to
my
my
Crocs.
shoes.
I have my money on bedazzling my Crocs.
There you
There
go.
you go.
So how does one get into the Fiesta Special program? Melanie, Anna?
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. So after the conclusion of the Fiesta year and our alumni celebration, then we kick off enrollment season. And so you can go to our website and we have enrollments orientations because this is a commitment. And so each family goes through a orientation and then there's an application as well where the court member fills out some information about them, and then they also select their benefiting organization that will benefit from their campaign. And all of those benefiting orgs are local disability service organizations here in the San Antonio community to keep the money local here to the San Antonio community as well.
So it's open to youth and adults as long as you identify as having a disability. While we do promote the awareness of disability awareness, you can share your diagnosis with us, but otherwise we do not even ask. So it is a self-identifying criteria. And then you have to be 12 years of age or older in order to be able to sign up or enroll in the program. In addition to that, you can register as a friend of the court and get invited to a couple of things. So if you're not quite ready to jump in with both feet, we invite people who are not quite 12 or who aren't quite sure they're ready to start to be a friend of the court and then participate in maybe a workshop or come and participate in an appearance with us and just kind of get a taste and start to get involved and engaged with the program so that in the following year, you'll be ready to enroll.
That's cool. That is very cool.
And I will also emphasize that there is no upper range, just a lower range. So I think how old is Carla now?
Carla's
50.
50.
51, I believe.
Okay. So then my oldest is still 52 that participated in the court. But again, it is for youth and adults of all ages. And we welcome your participation.
Awesome.
And once a royal, always a royal.
Yeah.
You don't even have to live in San Antonio. I had somebody come in from Austin for all of the required appearances.
Wow.
To be a part of the court one year.
And that's another thing that I truly appreciate about this program. You know, what Anna said is once a royal, always a royal. We look for specific events that we can invite the alumni to. We've gotten into doing a lot more parades. Well, 2020 was a little different, but 2019, you know, we had a Christmas parade in Alamo Heights. We invited all court members, regardless of court, to come out and play. And that's another thing I truly appreciate about this program is that you don't age out, for one thing. And then once a royal, always a royal. You're always invited back to come out and play. So throw that crown
And
back
you can
on,
always decide to come back and reign again.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no restrictions on once you've reigned that you can't reign again. We have several repeat court members.
I think my longest reigning reigner was a 4-year re-enrollment. But gosh, that girl, she just developed like crazy over the course of those 4 years. So,
yep. Because I had heard from one of our court members that you could in Fiesta you could only reign for 3 years. Is that just a Fiesta thing, or is that does that apply to Fiesta Special?
That doesn't. Yeah, and I don't know that it applies. I'm not sure which organization she was thinking that applied to.
Okay.
Maybe one of the organizations has that for their royalty, but not us.
Come on, maybe in another 2 years. We'll take a break between years. So, how can people support the candidates?
So we have a campaign page, and as we learn about events that are going on, we will put those on our website. We will also promote those through social media, and we'll link their Facebook pages or their GoFundMes on their bios on our Fiesta Special page. You can check out the 2022 candidates. And then while you're there, you check out our alumni as well to see the difference that they've made in years past. But that is one way that they can come out and support. They can also support through the events that the coronation and other events that we sell tickets to as well. They can come out and support our organization that way as well.
So what's next on the Fiesta Special calendar?
We will have our campaign kickoff slightly different this year, but we will be doing an online silent auction. So each of our court members will have items up for bid. We would love to have, the online bidding go crazy, and they can support our candidates there. And then we've been invited in October 23rd. Saturday, October 23rd. You're putting me on the spot with dates here. But Saturday, October the 23rd, we've been invited to an SAFC soccer game here in San Antonio. And each of our court members will have unique links so they can purchase tickets, and a portion of those ticket sales will go towards their campaign. And it's a great night of inclusion that they invited us to. Those
Awesome.
are two ways that I can think of off the top of my head.
And the Kendra Scott Give Back Night.
Thank you. Yes, the Kendra Scott Give Back Night. I believe it's Wednesday, November 17th. I believe it's whatever that Wednesday is. You're putting me on this, but yes, 20% of the proceeds will go. And be sure you check our online as well, because we'll have, if you can't make it out or you're shopping from another part of Texas or beyond, you can still use our online give back code. That your sale can be credited to our account as well for our court members. So
awesome.
Yes, thank you.
And then you'll just need to follow up and let us know how much you spent and which campaign it needs to be credited to, because their internal system does not track that. There is an extra step to making sure it goes to your chosen Royal Courts campaign.
Awesome. So when is Fiesta 2022? Not in June next year, is it?
No.
I want to say March 30th, I think is when it came.
It's early.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Fiesta 2022 is March 31st through April 10th.
I was close.
Yeah.
That is early. See, I always thought it was those last 2 weeks in April, but Miss Anna told me that no, it goes with the Easter schedule.
Well, not necessarily Easter, because they had one fiesta where they had Easter smack in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And so that was challenging for everyone that was reigning that year, regardless of what court you were in, because you had this, at the time, the longest fiesta we had going. I think now, with the whole 2020, 2021 combo event, I think all the Royals are now like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. But Melissa, it follows the Battle of San Jacinto. So where Fiesta falls, it has to traditionally incorporate the date of the Battle of San Jacinto. So they try to work it around the Easter weekend, but also incorporate the battle into the timeline schedule. And so it gets complicated some years, but it moves around.
Yeah.
Okay. So like Easter, Mardi Gras, all those fun holidays.
Yeah.
Is there anything each of you would like to, because I think we've got a lot of information to send out to our listeners, our watchers, because like I said, this is our first YouTube video for Beyond Disability Texas. Is there anything y'all would like to close with, Melanie?
I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to, if you feel like this is a program that you would like to be a part of. We are always looking for volunteers. It takes over 150 volunteers to do the 5K and parade, and close to 200 to make the celebration day happen and be a success, as well as we love to have mentors that volunteer their time to help the Royal Court members as they go through their campaign season. And then also, if this is a program that pulls on your heart, we always need donations. So you can make a donation to the Fiesta Special program to help underwrite the cost. This is a program that's free and doesn't cost anything to the participants. And we like to break down those barriers for inclusion by keeping our the cost for participation low to none. So volunteers and donations are always welcome.
Awesome. Miss Sandy?
I just can't, again, invite everybody to come out and play with us. I love that we are helping make San Antonio the #1 place for individuals with disabilities to live, work, and play.
Awesome. And Miss Anna, closing remarks.
So I would invite you to be sure that you, yes, I invite you to like our Facebook page, both with Disability SA and our Fiesta Special page. So that you can stay in the loop of what we have going on, so you can come out to volunteer if you think that it's a program that you might be interested in, or you can think of a future court member that might be interested in, that you're aware of when we open those orientation sessions. And I invite you guys to come out and check us out, and just come out and have fun with us.
Come out and play, like Sandy says.
Yes, and Anna highlighted Facebook, but we're also on Twitter and Instagram. Not as active, but we're there.
Okay. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for taking time out on your weekend to talk with me and share the information about Fiesta Special with our listeners, our watchers, and we'll get this out. I'm not sure when we're going to publish it, but it'll be out soon. But thank y'all so much, Sandy and Anna and Melanie. Thank you for being a part of our lives and a part of Fiesta.
Thank you for having us.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Bye-bye. So everybody, how did you enjoy that? We are, again, these women mean so much to our family for what they've helped our daughter with and what they've helped us with. So please check out all the links that Melanie told you about. Check out the calendar for when Fiesta is and come out and join us for any of these events next year. And I hope you enjoy this video, and love to all of you. Good night.